Started recording. So what we covered yesterday, we have covered few things. One is how to install and configure ESXi 6.7. So today what we will do is, let's say for example, if I want to install one more ESXi, the procedure will remain same or it is going to be vary. My question is, I have a rack. Okay. And
Okay.
what I did, I've installed 3 ESXi servers into the rack. What all those 3 ESXi servers? HP DL380 Gen 10. I have installed
Okay.
ESXi server on top of this. And the second one and third one still remaining.
Okay.
This is in real time what I'm talking about. Yesterday we have installed on one server. Today we still have 2 more servers to complete. So is that procedure is going to be vary or it is the same procedure?
It's the same procedure.
Right? So installation configuration is done on one host. In my lab, if I simulate this, how it will be? I have created one VM, installed a configure ESXi on top of it, and this matches with this procedure. Okay, so do I need to create one more VM and simulate this? Because we already did once. So I don't want to repeat once again, right? So let's understand few more things here. Okay, so what I will do in today's session, we'll try to understand the second audit. The second point is VM, sorry, virtual machine files. I want to understand virtual machine files. Means I created a VM yesterday blindly, right? So what all the files
Yeah.
that gets created on the backend, I want to understand. And when I power on it, what are the additional files that I'll get into the picture? Let's see those things today. Okay, so for that, what I will do, I'll go ahead and create one more machine. Go to virtual machines, create a new virtual machine. And what is the name? USPDC ESXi 002 dot, right? And
There is one
yes,
doubt.
yeah, tell me.
What is the difference between ESX and ESXi?
That's a very old legacy concept now. We'll discuss that later on. Okay, it's back in 2003 2004 concept. Okay, just for interview people
Okay.
will ask you, I'll explain that later on. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, so select the ESX SSD and I'll provide the same amount of CPU which I have, and again I'll put it on 8 GB memory. And what is the storage that I provided yesterday? 15 GB, right? And now imagine 15 GB where I'm saving under SSD. There is a folder called server name. Under this, you will see the files will be placed. So always thin provision. And what is the VLAN? 30 or 40? What is sorry?
Yesterday we took 30, no?
Yeah, can you come closer because I'm not able to hear your voice, please. Or
Okay.
put your microphone nearby. If you join from mobile, because I can barely hear you.
How is it now?
Yeah, it's okay. Next, this is This is the configuration. If you just click finish, VM has been created. What is the VM? My question is, what is the VM? Hmm?
VM, it's a virtual machine. Basically, uh, at the very basic, we can say it's just a program running on, like,
Program.
it is utilizing the hardware.
I'll say program.
Yeah, set of logical programs, we can say, files.
Agree?
Yeah,
Simply set of files that will be executed by
okay.
ESXi. So let's see what all those files. Go to storage, SSD, browse data store, and you will see, as I said, this directory has been created with the name. So go inside the directory, you will see 3 different files. What are those 3 different files? Let's note it down.
VMDK, VMSD, VMX.
Server name, you'll see the server name and .vm. How many files you see?
3 files.
What are those file names?
VMDK, VMX, and VMSD.
Only 3 files you look at.
Yeah.
Right? So let me go back and check.
BIOS.
Okay, so VMX holds the configuration.
Configuration part.
Okay, so what is this?
Virtual machine disk. Kind
Disk
of hard
file
drive.
holds data. Okay, dot vmsd
Snapshot metadata file.
Okay, if you look at, whenever you create a VM, you will see only 3 files will get created.
Okay.
Understand?
So the space which we have given, like 15 GB of space which we have allotted to a particular VM, that is VMDK, right?
Yes. If a specific virtual machine has a 4 disk files, means 4 drives you want to assign, C, D, E, F. Then whenever you create a VM, inside the virtual machine, if you go and check, you will see 4 VMDK files here.
Okay.
4 VMDK files here.
But we are seeing only one now.
We have assigned only 115 GB disk, no? If I said if you
Okay.
assign four drives to any virtual machine which is Windows like C, D, E, F, on the back end you will see 4 VMDK files for that particular virtual machine. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got it. Okay, I got it.
Okay, so this is, please note, what is the condition? When you create a VM
VM.
for the first time, same VM, Same VM. If I go back, simply select and power on. The moment I power on, go back to the storage browser, you'll see how many files that got extracted. A lot more. How many files? Tell me the additional files
There
now.
are many files here.
Tell me the additional files now.
There was .log file,
So, two swap files.
v nvram swap, yeah,
Okay.
ICK was also.
SWP. That is one file. Another one, nvram.
NVRAM.
Another one. If you see VMX is one file, but there are two more VMX files with LCK with auxiliary. VMX, LCK, VMX, auxiliary, and one more log file. How many? There are two swap files here, 1 and 2, and nvram, VMX 2 files, one log file. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra files, and 3, 9 files you'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is when you power on. Let's understand what is this nvram file. This file format is used virtual machine. Small data are used by Vmware software. It is saved as part of the overall VM. Let me see. Non-volatile random access memory, which means it retains information even when the computer is turned off. Okay. So nvram will contain, let's say for example, this virtual machine has 4 GB RAM, right? So if there is any data that needs to be held by nvram, this file will hold the RAM content when the machine is powered on. Okay, this is one thing. Another one, .log. You know, whenever you power on the machine, you will see one log file will be created. Okay, whenever you power on the machine, you will see one log file will be created. And how many log files? Such log files you will see in the folder. 7 log files by default. Means today you powered on the machine, one log file, and turn off, and tomorrow you power on once again, you will see another log file will be created, and day after tomorrow another, and so on. Let me see. Yesterday we powered on the machine, right? So yesterday's machine only one log file. If I power on the yesterday's machine, you will see second log file will be created. Okay. Similarly, you'll see log files will get created. You see two log files for other machines. Okay. So log files will be created up to 7. Once the 7 log files get created, whenever you power on the machine for the 8th day or 8th time, okay, so oldest log file will get removed. Okay. So what is this vmx.lck? .lck. Lock files are created when the virtual machine is powered on. This purpose is to prevent the multiple VMware processes from accessing the same virtual machine at the same time. Means you need to understand, when you power on the machine, this VMX file, what is this? Config file, right? Will get
Config file.
logged. This file gets logged. So the log file will here, and this auxiliary file is there, no? What is it? Just a second, let me check. Auxiliary file. A lot of noise.
I connected the Bluetooth headset.
Okay. So this auxiliary file, I haven't seen any data. What it will hold? Let's say, for example, the machine is power on. The machine is power on. You want to add additional disk, or you want to modify something. Will you be able to, without shut down the machine? Will you be able to? Ideally,
Yeah,
it
we
should
can do
support,
it. If it is yeah, if it is VM, we can do it.
right?
And it is a server, so we can do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A lot of okay. So what happens when you modify? Oh man, a lot of noise. Can you be on mute?
Sure.
Thanks. Okay. Oh my God. So whenever you modify something, because the original file can't hold the changes because it is in read-only mode and the lock is applied. So what happens? Whatever the changes that you are doing on the virtual machine, that gets saved over here. Imagine. Okay. So once the changes were saved here, whenever you reboot the machine for the next time, maybe after a week, a month or so, so these changes, whatever the changes that is holded by this file, will get inserted into original VMX file. Okay. So let's say if I go back, machines, edit settings, I'll make this as a 16 GB, means modified something. Done. Modified something, go back and browse. See, this file should hold the configuration because it cannot be modified. 10.9 when it is 23. Okay, so this file should hold the configuration, and when you power off this machine, go back, and those two auxiliary files will disappear. See, all are gone except the nvram file. .vmx is remain same. Other two files are gone now. Understand? So this holds the configuration. So the auxiliary file holds the
Yes.
temporary configuration. And swap file, you know what is page file in Windows? What is the purpose of page file?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a temporary RAM,
Same.
but it utilizes the hard drive.
Hard disk, right? Hard
Yeah,
disk.
hard drive.
Okay, it will take some part of the hard disk and it will dump the data which is unused, or which is not being used in the RAM, so that the transactions will go faster on the RAM. Right? Temporary RAM, you can say the
RAM. Yeah, right.
page file. Similarly, the swap file is same
Page
on the
file.
back end. In Linux, you call it as a swap file. In Windows, you call it as a page file.
Page file. Yeah.
Okay, the swap file is replacement for the page file in Windows concept. On the back end, you will see the swap files will be created, because if you have allocated 4 GB RAM to the virtual machine, but there is a requirement of around 400 GB RAM at a single instance, but there is some unwanted data inside the RAM. What it will do, it will simply copy the data onto the swap file, and so that the machine can run faster with the available RAM.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
These are the some of the VMware file extensions. When you power on, you'll see these many files. When you create a VM for the first time, you will see only these 3 files. When you power off, some of these files will be disappeared, and this file will remain same here, and the log file will remain same here.
Yes.
Understand? This is
Yeah.
one thing. Now, what is this? You have virtual machine, and now you're
Mm-hmm.
clear. I mean, you know how to create a VM, how to install and configure the VM. How much time it took yesterday for us to?
To install a VM,
Hmm.
it took around 15 minutes. To install and configure, it took 15 minutes, but for installing, it took hardly 5 minutes.
Okay, so there is a Windows server which you want to install it, and the image size is somewhere around 25 GB or something. How much time it will take to install, configure, and manage everything? Installation, configuration, and customization. Manage in the sense, let's say 1 hour or 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I ask you to do the same step for a whole day, I gave you 9 servers. I gave you
Mm-hmm.
9 servers. I said you need to create 9 VMs by end of the day today. So will you be able to?
Mm-hmm. No.
Any specific reason? Because each will take
Mm.
around each will take around 2
1
hours.
hour, 1.5 hours.
So,
It won't
but
be possible. Yeah.
yeah, but there is a logic called, I haven't mentioned any conditions. I said, boss, create the machine, and rest of the machines can also be the same configuration. You don't need to worry about the configuration. So you have created Windows 2019 server example, and for other servers, rest of the servers, I mean other 8 servers also 2019 only, and little RAM size is
Mm-hmm.
varies and the CPU size varies. Rest of the configuration is same. I said, okay. So can we do something like create one VM and customize whatever the customization that you want to do it, and power off it,
Mm-hmm.
and just click on it. This is the VM, right? Right click.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh man, a lot of noise. Export to image. Okay, or else export with images. Let's see. So you can export this into your desktop as a single file. Means if you export it, what happens? If you export it, what happens? The whole machine will be exported along with the configuration,
Mm-hmm.
the pre-installed OS, everything. Okay, so that you call it as OVA. OVM is Open Virtualization Appliance. There is another file format. You can call it as OVF, Open Virtualization
Mm-hmm.
Format. Okay, there's not much difference. Only the difference is OVA, one single image you will get. OVF, same VM, will be exported into multiple files, multiple disk, multiple files. That is only the difference. Now you have a pre-configured OVA. You just need to deploy it. How much time it will take? You don't need to install it, you don't need to configure it, you don't need to do anything. You have a pre-configured image, just deploy it, assign the name, assign the IP, use it. So morning I gave you 9 servers, you spend 2 hours of your time to build one machine, and you configured everything, and you convert that done to your OVF file, and then from that OVF file, if you can create 8 other virtual machines, will you be able to finish it off the task in one day?
Yes, I guess. Yes, I guess we can do it in one day.
Yes, yes. So how to do that? Let's see. I'll go to virtual machines. So whatever the virtual machines that we have created yesterday and today, I'll simply delete them because I just want to demonstrate how to install and configure it. But I cannot use those machines to run the nested lab. So if you want to practice for yourself, there is a site called Virtually Ghetto. Go to here and nested virtualization. He did some customization on the image. So if you go to nested appliances, you can go through the steps what he did, and you can simply download this OVA file. Means same ESXS 6.7. He did some customization and he created an OVA file. You can download it and you can use it. This is pre-configured ESXi.
Oh,
Okay, we can also create it, but you need to spend some time. And he did some firmware changes, he did some of those plugins, and he changed some security boot settings and everything. So what I will do is I'll simply download this image and I have it in my local desktop. I'll show you how to deploy this OVF template. So go to machine,
okay.
create a virtual machine. This time I won't create. This time I will deploy virtual machine from OVF or OVA file. Next. Now what is the production PC ESXi01 dot this is the machine name I want to use. Select the image. Where I have the image, softwares, nested ESXi. I have a 6.0, 6.5, 6.7. So I'll select 6.7. Okay. So this image will be deployed now under the selected storage.
This is
Next. And he has some license agreements. Next. Where you want to place it? VLAN 30. Always thin provision.
VLAN
Power
30. Same provision.
expand. If you want to do customization, you can do customization. I don't want to do any customization as of now. Simply next, deploy. Let's see how much time it will take. Why it is failing? Let's see. Upload disk is failed. Let me try once again. Not sure why it is failed.
Okay.
VM1 might be some some issue. I'll put it on second SSD. VLAN 30 in provision. I'll not say power on. Okay, finish. Oh, it's not uploading.
Post NS data failed.
Might be might be having some configuration issues. Let me see.
Mhm.
This is recommended. Let me try it out. What he's saying. Plus, okay. 6.5 it will straight away deploy, but let me 10 version. Okay. I don't know if it works or not. Let's try. Let me try Googling this.
Okay.
Okay. Actions. Update 3. This is update 3. Nested ESX 6.7. Somewhere you will see downloads. Download 6.7. Let's see ESXi downloads. No, it's not. Same thing, right? update 3 is also there. Let me do one thing. Strange. What I will do is I'll create a new VM. This is first time I'm facing 6.7 because this is the first time I'm deploying the 6.7. So E601. Let me put I have okay. Go to CD host device. We have already uploaded the 6.7 right yesterday. Update 3 latest. Next, finish. It's very quick. See? So let me install this just like what we did yesterday. I'll test something on top of this. If it works well, then probably we'll use the same our own ESXi, because that image what I have downloaded is having some issue. I still need to look into it.
Okay. What is this error?
Yes, it's okay. Some exception handling is fine. You can because we are not using real ESXi, so you'll always get error messages, warnings, errors.
Oh,
Give me like 2 minutes. If it works well, then probably we'll use the same thing for our lab.
okay.
Okay, so 6.7 update 3. Cool. Okay, install F11. Same steps what we did yesterday. I'm just repeating, but I want to test something else afterwards. Okay, it will hardly take 5 minutes. Once this is done, by mistakenly I've deleted earlier. It's okay. A new learning every
It's
day.
okay. Yeah.
Done so fast.
Mm.
Boot. Okay. So what
I
we have
need
to
to
do?
make some arrangements for the mic.
You can connect if you log in from laptop and you connect it from mobile, and you can connect your headset. It works easily. I don't know why. Or else, yeah, you
I
can use
connected
some
the
headset.
Bluetooth headset, Mivi Beats.
Okay.
I think there is no noise cancellation in this. That's why we are facing this issue.
Oh, no problem. That's fine. Okay. So 142 it picked. Let me see what is the VLAN I have deployed, because I haven't mentioned any VLAN, right?
Yeah. So VLAN we can give later also.
Yeah, you can change it later also. 192.168.1.142. See, you got the ESXi up and running very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have a storage. So my aim is create one machine on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
If it works well, because I need to deploy some machines on top of it, and power on. Okay, this is a problem, man. This is the problem.
Business support Intel VTX. So network adapter card.
No. Okay, so I'll have to figure it out. So I'll see what I can do,
Mm-hmm.
because I can build the adapter, but I cannot power on the VMs on top of it. See, if this VM won't power on, and how we will do the stuff. I'll have to figure it out. Yeah, I'll work on this today or tomorrow. If once sorted, then we'll continue.
Okay. Sure. Sure. No
Okay.
problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'll stop here. So we can catch up. I'll let you know tomorrow. If it is not sorted, then I'll let you know when after 1 or 2 days. Because
Okay.
6.7 that image is not deploying on top of 6.5. So I'll have to figure it out what I can do.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No
Let me stop
problem.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me stop here. Yeah.